Hey, you're watching Canada's Talent, and we're here at Cherry Cola's with the Anti-Queens. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
We're doing great.
Statements over questions. There's no room for one more opinion. Statements over questions. There's no room for more room. I've been climbing ladders to the top, too close to jump off.
So you guys were recently on tour in the U.S. How was that? Like, do you have any interesting stories to share?
So awesome. We just wish we were still on the road. We're like bummed to be back, but we're hoping we can go back out soon sometime, probably like midwinter so we can escape the cold. But in terms of awesome stories, went to Disney World. That was cool.
It doesn't have anything to do with music, but yes, we did go to Disney World. And like every show was awesome in its own way.
Yeah.
There were some that were party shows, some that were great for getting merch out, and good response shows, and
Yeah.
really good hotel places. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Everything was an adventure because you don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know what the crowd's going to be like. You don't know where you're going to sleep. So it's like you wake up every day not knowing what's going to happen, and that is the best feeling in the world. It's just so cool. And you don't feel bored. You're just like, where are we going to go? What are we going to say? It's just, I love it. I absolutely love it.
What was the response like in the U.S., or like what was your favorite city to perform in?
They were all so different in so many ways, but I think the crowd response was surprisingly really good. Like, dare I say, better than in Toronto or like Canada. We haven't gone outside of like Ontario. Well, we've done like Quebec, but that's about it. So it was like really, really good. People were really enthusiastic and like buying all of our stuff, and yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I was watching a tour video where you guys had like a cooler, and I think you were putting foot powder or something in it to keep it fresh. Is that safe? Yeah.
Deodorizer.
Yeah, our cooler gets kind of smelly because like we are living in our van and we're eating out of the cooler, so yeah, it gets pretty bad, but it's just part of it. You enjoy your showers more, you enjoy sleeping in a bed, you take those things. I
don't
guess
think that worked with deodorizing
Yeah.
it. It's literally all we had that smelled decent. Like, just pour it in and like hope for the best.
How did you guys find the recording process this time around with your new EP compared to the first one that you guys did? Because you have like a different member now, and you guys had at that point with your first EP more recently changed your name to the Anti-Queens. Now
Yeah.
you've been doing this for a while as the Anti-Queens.
This time it was a lot less effort, I found. Like, we had this little jam space and we wrote these songs for like a couple months. Curtis had just joined, and we literally wrote these songs, and it was the first time that our producer didn't change everything about them. We were like, wow, we wrote a song without him changing anything. That's awesome. And like, we used all of our own gear to record it, so it pretty much sounds like just us on stage, which was kind of the goal for this one. So yeah, more organic and like raw.
our producer, there was something about what we did was we usually get him to come into a room and see the process of what we'd be doing, the pre-production, like where we are at. But there was something he said, he's like, you know what, there's something just special, just the way that it sounds right here, right now, and I want to like recreate that and not put anything, flair of this or flair of that or sounds of anything. I just want that, like Emily said, raw, three-piece band, 3 vocals, drums, bass, guitar, real simple. And that I find is really hard now because there's a lot of layerings of other things, but sometimes when you just strip it all down to something simple, you get to enjoy it a little more,
Yeah, I really like that about you guys. Like, your sound, it's really raw. Like, it's not super, like, a bunch of effects and stuff. And, like, your lyrics are really real as well. What's the songwriting process like for you guys? Because you talk about a lot of really important issues and a lot of relatable things, like 4 tits and a dick, for example. So do you guys want to talk a bit about, like, the song lyrics?
Well, usually you've been doing a little bit of lyric writing.
Yeah, he's
I
been.
just wrote my first song lyrically, I guess, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
For a long time, it's just been like me and her, like writing. Sorry to cut you
No,
off.
that's okay.
Writing like I'll write a verse and she'll write a chorus, or like if I can't finish something, she'll finish it off, and like vice versa.
Yeah.
So
we did struggle before, and this is what goes back to your question with the album process.
Yeah.
We would, like, with Emily and I, we have this great chemistry, and obviously it's hard for someone like Curtis to come in with someone who we've been working together for over 10 years. But like with us, we would come up with these melodies and these great lyrics, and like, but we would struggle sometimes how to cohesively put the rhythm together to make it sound more fluid. And that when he stepped in, the process went so much more faster. It was like that missing piece. We just kind of need this heartbeat to make sure that, oh, cut this out. Okay, how am I going to change this into a time to make it work? And that's why I feel Curtis was a really huge contribution to this new album.
Can't compare it to the old album because I wasn't on it, but it's really cool to
definitely.
jump into a project and be able to write with them as well. Like I obviously do more, not so much of the song, but more of the arrangement and just like different transitions and breaks, pauses. I like to pipe in and do my part for the band and
Yeah.
help with writing. So I feel very welcome. I feel like we work as a cool group.
I know you have all different influences that you kind of inspire you.
Yeah.
to you.
Oh my god, I listen to like every type of music, so it's like hard for me. Like I like country and I like
We all do. You should see us in our van. Like, we rock out to Taylor Swift and everything, and the Grease theme song and everything.
Yeah, that's the thing though with music. I feel that people need to be categorized by genre, and I don't really like that in the sense of like, if you step outside your genre, it's considered bad. But how are you supposed to grow into something different? How is something supposed to go? So if you're listening to everything, then you get a little bit of everything and you create this new product, you know? So
Yeah, and you guys are very versatile. Like you have some more folksy sounding songs and like the punk rock stuff. So it's really cool to, get a bit of everything. So you guys worked with Ian Blackwood again on this album. What was it like working with him? You guys have worked with the Blackwoods a lot. I see Sarah. Yeah.
New for me. Like I just had met Ian through the girls,
Yeah.
so I'd almost kind of get to be his friend first, really, and meet him. And like the girls said, he came into our jam space, and at that moment, I think we kind of decided that we were going to be buds because he enjoyed the music, and obviously that's our kind of main focus. So that was a big thing, and I remember outside, Ian will probably remember this if he watches this, and we were about to leave, and the girls are like, okay, love you, Ian, bye. And I'm like, I'll love you soon, Ian. Not quite yet, not quite there yet. Yeah. So
and
it's,
now you love each other.
yeah, now we're a tight little family. Yeah, he's really cool, great guy.
Yeah, I remember when he was in the artist life, like back in the day.
Yeah.
As a fan. Yeah, so you guys have a very like DIY approach with everything you do. How important is it to you to like keep control? Because sometimes when people end up like on a label or whatever, then they
Yeah.
end up losing some of that.
Yeah. We actually have no idea what that's like because we've been so DIY forever. Like we've just gotten used to pretty much doing everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Like the most help we had was from Ian. He like stepped in and made a huge like world of a difference. So it has its ups and downs for sure. It gets really difficult sometimes. Like we like make all of our own shirts and the designs and constantly just go. But it's nice being in control because no one enough.
You can do what you want. and-
Shit.
Is there anything else that you guys want to tell your fans or talk about?
thank them from all the donations that they've given us, because that was another big help. Besides
That
people
got us
like,
on tour.
yeah, Ian is obviously a huge part of that, but there's the people that are underneath it and we don't even know half of them, but because we really wanted to, not have to stay in the van the whole time, the money that they gave us literally paid for our hotels. So we
Yeah, I
could
saw
sleep
the
in a
video you
bed.
guys did at
Yeah.
Hooker Harvey's with like the
Yeah.
What can we do to make more money? Curtis, you could do that one thing you did that one time.
I just wanted to say too, like, check us out, go online, share our music, tell your friends about us and stuff. That's really the only way a DIY band does it, is if people talk about us and like our music and share it and stuff. Come out to shows, support local music and all that stuff, because that's what we need. It's hard.
Yeah.
So.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks so much for chatting with us.
Travel distances so far and wide. I was the lady with the hardest ride. The parts were damaged only on the inside. And when my baby broke down, I always thought I would cry. Oh, when my baby broke down, I always thought I would cry. I don't need a fix.